So yes boys, this is the cheap Kante on FIFA 19. Just before we get into the video, I want to let you guys know about the One Football app. The application that has everything you need to know about football all inside one app that you can download. Make sure you go ahead and download it. There'll be a link in the description at the very top line. Go ahead, download it now and keep up to date with all the live football breaking news. Hello guys and welcome to this video. Here today me NerdFire, and today, as you can tell by the title, we are bringing back one of my old series from, I think, like FIFA 17. I think we did a couple of episodes in FIFA 18 as well, but that is the cheap alternative series. So if you guys don't know how this series works, pretty much I pick an individual player or you guys pick a player in the comments. So before I actually explain the rest, if you guys want a cheap alternative for a certain player, let me know in the comments. But pretty much, yeah, we pick a cheap alternative player, and my aim, first of all, is trying to find a player that is in the same league as the player we're trying to find an alternative for, or has the same nationality. But if I still can't do that, it would just be another player that plays very similar to them in-game. So yeah boys, today, as you can tell, we are kicking it off with Kante. I think Kante is probably one of the best CDMs in the game, or like centre mids especially anyway, and I believe I found probably the best cheap alternative for Kante, actually in the same league as him as well, which works out well as one of my sort of aims, to try and get a player in the same league or country like I said. So yeah, without further ado, let's switch over to the cheap alternative screen, so I'll see you guys there. So as you guys can see here, this is my cheap alternative to Kante. So it is indeed Jean-Michel Seri. I don't know how you pronounce his name. I'm just going to say Seri because that's what's on his card. But yes, Seri is the cheap alternative for Kante, for me personally anyways. Obviously, I'll go ahead and use the players for this video, so I've actually gone ahead and used Seri, and definitely he does feel like a Kante in game. If we first of all compare the individual details, so they're actually both 5'6", so they're the exact same height. However, Kante has a medium attacking work rate and a high defensive one, whereas Seri has a high attacking and a medium defensive, so obviously that means he's going to push up a little bit more than Kante, but I still feel like you can use him in the CDM role. I think he can play with that very well. If you look, 73 defending, 73 physical, good card stats. Obviously he might push up a little bit more than Kante though, that is the only thing. However, he's better at shooting, so that's always a positive. And then both of their preferred foot is right footed, which is all good. In the weak foot terms, Seri actually has a better weak foot than Kante, which I think is good, and also better skills. Not that the fact that you need to do skills with someone like Seri, and obviously 3-star skills doesn't give you that many options, but he does have a little bit more than Kante in terms of the skill option. Now, if you obviously look at the cost comparison, I mean, Seri is a lot cheaper than Kante. Kante costs 270k currently whilst I'm making this video on Xbox, and Seri costs 5.5k. So that is a 264,500 coin difference on what you're saving there, which is crazy. And then if we look at the PlayStation cost as well, 292 for Kante and 5.7k for Seri. So then if we actually compare the actual card stats, we've got 80 pace for Kante, so Seri has 76, which is obviously 4 less than Kante. However, Seri has the better shooting. He actually has a +5 shooting on Kante. Passing wise, Seri has better passing as well, at actually 5+ passing over Kante. The dribbling is exactly the same, but where Kante's rating really does increase compared to Seri is the defending and physical. Kante with 87 defending and 84 physical, whereas Seri has 73 defending, 73 physical. But obviously there's going to be a big difference somewhere because Kante is 89 rated and Seri is 82 rated. However, in game, what you'll see from the clips, I feel like Seri is very good at intercepting the ball. He actually presses on players very well, very good at tackling. Obviously he can pass the ball as well, and he honestly does play very similar to the way that Kante actually plays in game as well. They're both really like fast, small, like quick closing down sort of players, if you understand. I think honestly Seri is the perfect replacement for Kante. So what we're going to do now is actually get into some gameplay. I'm just going to talk over it and tell you my opinion on like what I think he's really good at, and you'll see some of the examples from the clips. So without further ado, let's get ourselves into some of these clips, and I'll see you guys after. So here you're going to see the clips of Seri in a game. So pretty much what I really do like to focus on here is actually his like sort of interceptions and his tackles. He's very good at getting the ball back, winning it back and releasing it forward. I think very good. Actually puts a lot of pressure on teams, and I really do like the fact that he can win the ball so well just from standing tackles alone, and his passing ability does work very well. He can dribble as well, as you can see here. He does actually end up losing it, I think, in this clip, because I do too much with him. Obviously he's not like the best dribbler, but he just wins the ball back so much for me in game, and he just resembles Kante a lot, because I feel like Kante is that sort of player who wins the ball back for the team and moves it forward and lets the team go back onto the attacking sort of terms of the game. But yeah, overall I was very impressed with Seri, and I think personally he's a very good cheap alternative for N'Golo Kante, especially this year on FIFA 19. So yeah guys, that is going to wrap up my very first episode for FIFA 19 on the Cheap Alternative series. Like I said at the start of the video, make sure you let me know in the comments what players you want to see a Cheap Alternative for. I've already got some ideas. I've actually already got a Ronaldo in my mind. And just to let you know, some of these players might still be fairly expensive themselves, but compared to the actual price of the player that you're trying to get a cheap alternative for, they are actually like a lot cheaper. So I apologise if some of the players are still fairly expensive, but they are still quite a lot cheaper than the actual main players that we're making the alternatives for. But yeah guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Please like, comment and subscribe if you did. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this series, and let me know if you want me to continue this and upload obviously as many episodes as possible per week. Obviously I'm not going to do it daily, but we'll try and get out like 2 a week or something like that if you guys would like to see it. But yeah guys, anyways, thanks for watching and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.